go foot flat right now. What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel once again. Welcome to a brand new video. Now today you joined me for another car review, and as you can see behind me we have the G20 BMW 3 Series. That is the car that we're reviewing today. So you'll hear a very loud noise. That's actually the fan of a BMW X3M, which is just beside us right here. But nonetheless, the car in question today is the G20 3 Series, and this specific one is the 330i. Now big thanks to the owner for bringing the car out here for us to review. He has one of the nicest personal car pages I've ever seen. Do check out the page, which will be on screen right now. Now do excuse the noise because there are some cars around us, but yeah, let's walk around the exterior, interior, and experience how this car drives. Wow, that is a very loud M3. So the G20 BMW 3 Series. Now this car is literally one of the best in this class. This class is very tricky because pretty much all the contenders are very good. You have the Mercedes C-Class, you have the Audi A4, you have stuff like the Lexus IS, and so on and so on, and all of them are unique, all of them are very nice in their own nature. But I think personally it's all about what one prefers, because they're all pretty much good. They pretty much have the same tech and so on and so on. But enough waffling about. So the G20, as you can see, this one looks pretty mean and pretty aggressive because it has some aftermarket parts done to it. One, like the front lip spoiler, which looks very cool. The owner has also done some gloss black details. As you can see, the grille is gloss black, the headlights are also tinted in black, and of course the black front splitter. So the G20 is very aggressive because of some of the lines, like the cutout you have that cuts into the headlights. You have the active grille, which opens and closes depending on what the car needs. If the car needs more air, it will open, and for aerodynamic purposes it stays shut for most of the time, I guess. But yeah, on the side you have these very lovely looking 19-inch gloss black rims. The owner did the rims black. This one being the M Performance, it has the blue brake calipers, and you have a little M badge right there. The owner also did M style mirrors, which look really cool. So coming around to the back is also very clean, classy, and a bit of aggression. As you can see, this one has a lip spoiler. It also has a rear diffuser done, which looks really nice. As you can see, it says 330i. That's the model designation. Speaking of which, let's talk about the different trim levels. So there are about 3 trim levels, technically 4. I'll explain why I say technically 4. So the base trim is the SE, which looks very bland in a way, but it's still very nice and classy. Then on top of that you have the Sport, and the top of the range is this, the M Performance. There's also an M Performance Plus, but I'm excluding that because it's technically still an M Performance. What that gets you is that it gets you a rear limited slip diff. That is the M Performance Plus. But nonetheless, there's also a couple of engine choices. All of them are 2-liter 4-cylinder, except for the 340i and I think the 318i, which is the base engine choice you can get. But the 2-liter cars is the 320i, the 320d, and thus the 330i, which is the most powerful before you get to the M cars, which is the M340i and the M3, of course. But with this, like I said, it's a 2-liter turbo 4-cylinder pushing about 190 kilowatts, which is about 260 horsepower and 400 newton meters of torque. It's mated to an 8-speed auto gearbox, and all that power goes to the rear wheels, and that is all the performance you get out of this car. So we'll just check out the interior now. So as you enter, you're greeted by an M door kick plate, which looks really nice. This being the M Performance, you have these very lovely sport seats which are Alcantara in the middle. They have some blue perforations and they look absolutely lovely. BMW interiors might not be the best when it comes to design. By design I mean how it looks. People often say Mercedes interiors look better in how they're designed and how the interior looks. But what BMW interiors have is that they have one of the best interior quality. Like everywhere that you touch, everywhere that you interact within the interior is just very nice. So the standard SE and Sport come with a 9-inch display screen for the infotainment system, and then the M Sport comes as standard with the upgraded 10-inch display, and then the driver cluster is what you call 12-inch. So I'll just start it up now for a bit. So this is iDrive. This is the iDrive system. You control it via the swivel wheel. You can also touch the screen. I'm pretty sure the lighting is not that nice right now, but yeah, you have Android Auto, you have Apple CarPlay, and all those niceties, and even the driver digital screen. It's not too bad, but the problem is it's not necessarily customizable like you have in Audi's virtual cockpit and Mercedes's MBUX. But nonetheless, it's very nice. It's not too bad. This one has the Harman Kardon sound system, and yeah, the interior is very nice. I like this patterned material right here. It's better than gloss black, because you know gloss black is prone to scratching, and over time it doesn't look so nice. But yeah, the interior is very lovely. Other than that, I think that's pretty much it, because we've covered the performance, we've covered the different trim levels and so on. So yeah, I think right now we can actually go for a drive. Ooh, the door is fighting me because it doesn't want to open. But yeah, the 330i, tell me what you guys think. But yeah, let's go for a drive. So guys, you joined me inside the 330i, so we're just gonna go for a quick drive. And already this car drives really nice. Like the suspension is very supple. Like everything in here feels very premium. Like it's a very nice car to be in and all. Now remember, the 3 Series is one of the 5 great oaks. So these are cars that revolutionize the game and set the standards basically. So that is the 3 Series itself, the VW Golf, the Range Rover, Mercedes S-Class, but I forgot what the 5th one is. So these are basically cars that define like every era, or like that set like the benchmark basically. And for this class, this class of car, like I think this is classed as a small sedan, and then something like a 5 Series would be a mid-size, and then 7 Series would be a big size sedan. So yeah, inside here it feels very sporty. Like remember, the slogan for BMW is the ultimate driving machine, and it feels like that, even though it's not even like the full-blown M car like say the M3 or whatever, but nonetheless it feels very sporty. You can push the seat like really low. It's a very nice driving car. I've spent some time in the C class, and I'd say for sure I always have to check which side the indicators are because of jumping in and out of different cars and stuff, but hey, it is what it is. So I've spent some time in the Mercedes C class. It's a nice car, but one thing about that is that the interior quality isn't as nice. Like it's not bad, but you can tell the difference being in a BMW. Like the interior quality is just, I wouldn't say in a different league, but it's just so much better in a way. Like even driving around here, it's like a an industrial area, but the car feels very, very nice, and I haven't even tapped into the performance, not even one bit. But remember, this is rear-wheel drive for some great fun. So when you drive around corners, that will probably handle like really, really nice. I think in BMW, if you push the gear lever to the left, it engages sport on the gearbox, and you have a couple of driving modes down here. So I'll just select sport for the drivetrain as well, and we'll have a feel of what the dynamicism is like on this car. But the gearbox, one thing that's nice about the gearbox is that when you drive it normally, it's very seamless, like you don't even realize it. Like, this is one of the nicest torque converters you can get. I think it's a ZF, and ZF do very, very nice gearboxes, but as soon as you put it in like a sporty mode, like the shifts are very aggressive. Like, it has this shove like on every gear shift. So I'm just gonna pass through these pebbles or potholes, and then I'll give it a go. So if I go foot flat right now, it's very quick. Like 190 kilowatts is a lot of power, and 400 Newton meters, that is a lot of power. And the weight of this, I think, is somewhere around 1700 kilos, I'd say, somewhere thereabout, which isn't that much, you know. So the performance, you do feel it. But also this being the turbo petrol engine, the fuel economy, the consumption is about 6.4 per 100 kilometers, so says BMW, and the fuel tank is about, I think, 59 liters. So it's a relatively big tank, and the fuel range is around 900 kilometers. Well, it's capable, somewhere thereabout, but I think obviously in the real world maybe you'll get around 800 kilometers. But yeah, it's very nice. BMW makes some very fuel efficient engines. Like, their engines are very good when it comes to fuel efficiency. But hey, this is a very, very nice car. And like I said, when it comes to, there's a nice M3 spinning, very nice. So when it comes to this class of car, they are all, I wouldn't say they're similar, but they all pack a very big punch in terms of what they offer. They all drive very well. Like the Audi A4 is very good, the C-Class is good, they all have some very good tech. So it's all about like what one prefers. So I mean, yeah, it's all about brand preference, but this car is literally one of the best, like literally at the top of this class. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have for you guys in this video. But yeah, really hoping you enjoyed it, and until next time, that's cheers from me.